Well, good morning. This is Penny Olive, free motion quilting educator. First, let me apologize for how I'm needing to do this today. So I can't get my normal camera and video uh, items working. So I'm using my iPad, and I cannot turn around photos in the midst of a video. So I've got my iPad up high. And I hope it's far enough away so that you're not just having this big blob of a face. But anyway, thanks for joining me. I apologize for the big summer break. It was really busy for me, as I'm sure it was for everyone. But I'm so glad to be back, and I also just kind of felt like I was dry. Didn't have a lot to share. But that's changed now, and I'm excited, and I'm ready to get into free motion quilting. So be patient with me as I turn this iPad around. And the first thing we're going to do is take a tour of my studio. It's got a lot of updates in it, and it's going to be exciting. So let me turn this baby around. And there we go. So I'm at the top of my stairs, and you may have had a sneak peek there. I have to say that my studio is probably more usable, but not as sweet and friendly. So at the bottom of my stairs, the first things that are different is you'll see my cutting table on the left and my pressing table on the right, which is actually quite nice. So, and I've got a lot of things going on, so you'll see things out, and I'm going to walk down to that. You'll see my AccuQuilt, some of my AccuQuilt dies there, as well as my threads in the drawers. What I like, what I've done with this table is this is the architect table that I bought from a friend that we purchased our house from, and I got it all painted and put some books and jelly rolls down there. But what I like that I did was that I actually had two irons. One needs cleaning. But I have friends over that are right-handed and I'm left-handed, and so an ironing board against the wall is difficult. So now I have an iron on each side, and you'll see the electrical cord down at the bottom, and so that you can use it either way. I have a lot of pin cushions all over my room now. I have gotten an affinity for pin cushions and love them. Over here's my cutting table that was on the other side of the room. People ask me what are the blue pieces of tape for. I have listed on there kind of what I have in the drawers so that I know, and it really helped this time when I moved them. So I've changed. The window area was my technical area with my Mac and all of my GoPro things, and now it accommodates the pressing things I need and then some items that I need when I use my cutting table. There you'll see a couple of my wall hangings. That hasn't changed, but I've also moved my little wall hanging items over there. My watering cans has moved over on this wall. And you'll see I'm working on some whole cloth quilts for teaching. And so I've got those out there. At the end of the cutting table this time I put a, it's not large, but I put hanging pegboard for my rulers and templates. So that's an addition, and I really like that. This corner hasn't changed much other than I put up my my cork board and have one of my little fabric areas over here as well. So this is lovely, and it's great for more than one person now. It was good before, but even better. I put up new curtain rods, valances. These are from Lori Holt's Stash Building. You can find videos on YouTube, and I love them. Then we can turn to our right, and I have my, you'll see my award-winning quilt up there, and I also have my featherweight white, which I have my featherweight black too, but I've got my white out for a while, a little working items. I'm going to rotate around so that you're not seeing everything yet. Then I moved my whole area for my Janome over here, and I've got my Janome and my S9 and my hanging area. For some reason I can't think this morning. But so all of this is together and really nice. I've got some little quilts down there that we'll talk about in a future post that I did a presentation on. And finally, I'll turn around. Now I've got my fabric cabinet, but the front windows broke, so I had to put fabric there. And there's my little cabinet with the featherweight and my quilts and such. The new part of my room, if you noticed, my Q20 is gone. Some of you do know this, and some of you have not known it, but I have upgraded to the Q24 on a frame. But that will not change things because I am doing a lot on my Janome 15,000 with free motion. And it has been a great blessing because I'm able to learn a lot with that and pass that on to you. But now I'm able to communicate with people who have a frame. I'm going to be doing training in town with the frame and the Q20, and I'm able to expand my potential. So this back wall is really fun. I've got a couple of these wall hangings that I just did up, but the rest of it I'm going to leave empty for just special quilts that I want to put up. The other Lori Holt valance there, and then there's the rest of my bouquet in blue, and I moved around that little wall hanging. Also, I'll walk you over here. I had a lot of fun. You can't see it except for when there's no quilt on there, but I painted the whole room and actually painted feathers on this wall. I just really like it. So this is going to help me meet a lot of needs, and I've gone through an enormous learning process that has actually been very fun. So I'm looking forward to future posts. Stay tuned Friday to see what happened to my quilt with the birds and the butterflies in it. Thanks for joining me. Give me some feedback and be sure to subscribe if you're not.